I am the owner of a fabrication company based in Austin, Texas. We have 14 full-time employees, and we did around $3.5 million in revenue last year.
Good for you.
Thank you. We're consistently running into space limitations in our current shop, and it's beginning to restrict our ability to take on more work. Wait, my question for you is, I'm wondering at what point does it make sense for us to stop leasing and to start considering purchasing a commercial property?
Number one, at the point you can pay cash, which I'm guessing you can't.
We cannot currently pay cash, but we can pay a decent amount now.
That would be that'd be the only way I would do it. Number one. Number two, when you start buying real estate that your business is operating in, you're now in two businesses: the real estate business and the business that you're in, the fabrication business. And so I own the building that we're in, and I owned the last building that we're in, and I still own it. It's full of tenants now. The problem will be when you outgrow the next one. If you go buy something twice as big as you have now, and you look up in a few years and you're back in the same situation, now your real estate starts telling your business what to do instead of your business telling the real estate what to do, if you're not real careful. When we outgrew the building before this one, I found myself working awfully hard to utilize my real estate instead of working on my business. Now, so we had to end up renting adjacent properties and leasing properties and that kind of stuff until we built a super large building that we're in now, which should house us for many, many years, and all of it, of course, was done with cash. So, if sometimes your business is probably more like mine in that it probably is not that location sensitive, but if you were in the restaurant business and you built your own building and the city grew past you, and the neighborhood started to deteriorate because the cool kids were out a few more miles, then all of a sudden you've got the restaurant in the wrong place. Oh, and I own the real estate. You see what I'm saying? This stuff starts to conflict with good business decisions if you're not careful. I don't think you're going to run into that as much because you're in a manufacturing setting, so large warehouse-type facilities are fairly easy to land, and where you are doesn't matter that much. It's a destination. We just got to come to work over there, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's exactly the case.
So how many square feet do you think how many square feet do you have now?
We have about 10,000 square feet split between two properties that we're leasing. And
so you probably need 20.
We need 20, yep.
Yeah, to give yourself some wiggle room. Or maybe 30 if you could afford it. And that way you could make one move and that you'd be there at least a decade that way, How long you had the business?
We've had the business for about 8 years now. Okay.
So what can you buy 20,000 feet for? Do you know? You been out looking?
Yep, we've been looking, and right now we need about $3.5 million.
And you got $1.5 million?
We got $1.5 million to spend on it.
Okay. I just guessed. Look at that. Okay. All right. and so you're $2 million short. Okay. I'll tell you what I did in that situation on the last building, not this one. I leased a building that's 55,000 square feet, and we took 2 floors of 4 floors, and I was a tenant, but I was his biggest tenant. In order to entice me to take that much square footage, I talked the owner, which was a local guy, into giving me an option to purchase for 5 years.
Okay.
And so I had a lot of the cash, but the other thing I did was I used some of my cash to do the leasehold improvements so the owner didn't have to put any money into it, which he really liked. Okay? So we went in and fixed up the building with our cash, and that gave me a reduction in rent, and I got an option to purchase the building. At that time, many years ago, it was $5 million. The interesting thing was at the end of the 5 years, I had barely enough cash to buy it right before I ran out, and right before I ran out of time, and I was closing on it at $5 million. By then, the building was worth $12 million.
Yep. Yeah.
So I ended up with instant equity. You follow me?
Yeah, definitely.
So if I'm you, I'm going to go in and try to do some kind of a 5-year lease with an option to purchase if you want to move now, or just plan on leasing for a little while. and for 5 years, and then by then have the money saved up.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
if you can expand your capability and your only limiting factor, or you can expand the size of your business and your dollars in profit, and your only limiting factor is space, then just go rent if you have to.
Okay.
I would do that and just make a move and go rent something 20,000 feet and make a move and yeah. I mean, because that owning the real estate is not your goal. Your goal is profit.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going. So lease if you have to. If you can do a lease option, that's probably your coolest possible idea. And other than that, but no, I would not buy on debt ever. And be careful. The whole first part of the segment is be very careful that the real estate does not become the tail that wags the dog. Because too often we fit our business to our real estate instead of our real estate to our business once we own the building. And I actually struggled with that too, and I knew better. But we were able to work through it and work around it without doing damage to Ramsey. But wow, what a deal. What a deal. Absolutely amazing. Hey, good question, man. We appreciate you calling in.